Very good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Any queries, students, related to earlier chapters? Students, any queries? Anisha, Dhanashri, Aditi, Anuvinda. Any queries?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, good. All right. Then, yesterday we have started Markov chains, right? Just introduction I have given. What I told? Markov chains is also known as stochastic process. Markov chains is also known as stochastic process. Okay? What is stochastic process or Markov chain? First, a random variable. What is variable? Variable is the value which changes. A random variable changes over a period of time. Changes over a period of time. Time is always represented by the letter T, correct? Okay. You want to observe certain characteristics. Time in general may be time, it is in days, it is in weeks, it is in months, or it is in year. Okay? The value of the variable, the time periods, okay, corresponding, for example, T1, T2, and so on, Tn. We are representing. Otherwise, T is equal to 1, 2, and so on, n. Similarly, random variable, how we will represent? X is equal to x1, x2, and so on, xn. Maybe you have studied in DRM, but you remembered or not, I don't know. Okay. Discrete variables, I told, discrete variables are represented in terms of x, y, z. Okay, x is running from x1 to xn. Okay, if it is finitely countable, I told this is called as discrete random variable. If it is finitely countable, then it is called discrete. That is total number of songs sung by Lata Mangeshkar. Is it discrete? Yes. Number of students in the class. Is it discrete, finitely countable? Yes. Okay, there are two types of stochastic process. One is discrete, the other one is continuous. Continuous is nothing but infinitely countable, that is minus infinity to plus infinity. I will share the screen, okay? Just go through. Okay, Markov chains, here listen. There are two types of probabilities in Markov chains. There are two types of probabilities. First one is transition probability. First one is transition probability. Second one is steady state probability. In Markov chains, there are two types of probabilities. First one is transition probability. Second one is steady state probability. Okay. What is a state? First of all, what is a state? The number of states in any process. Here, if you are taking the steady state, finite state, that is finitely countable. Okay. Infinite state, that is infinitely countable. Okay. Here, the state is also called as absorbing state. First we will see, before going to the differences of states, first we will see here. There are two types of states. One is transition state, the other one is steady state. Whenever you are talking about transition, okay, probability matrix, in both the cases, probability matrix appears. Probability is always represented by the letter P. Probability is always represented by the letter P. Here Pij. In transportation problem, instead of taking Pij, we have taken Cij. The corresponding cost from ith source to jth destination. Here Pij, the corresponding probability from ith state to jth state. Here two types of probabilities. One is transition probability, the other one is steady state probability. Okay? Here, whatever the corresponding probability matrix is always denoted by the letter Pij. Here I represent the state from ith state to jth state. Earlier cases in transportation problem got ith source to jth destination. Similarly here ith state to moving from ith state to jth state. Clear till here? Any query, students? How many types of probability matrices in Markov chains? Two. What are those? What are those? Transition state and steady state. Okay. Still here clear? Okay. In both the cases, what we are dealing with? We are dealing with the corresponding probabilities. Okay. Each system consists of several possibility states. Correct? Each system consists of several possible states. Yesterday we have discussed two brands of shirts, Arrow and Louis Philippe, whatever it is Van Hussein. Okay? Okay. Out of 100 students, we have to write in terms of probability. Out of 100 students, 60% of the students prefer Arrow. That means only two brands. Your assumption is I am taking only two brands. That means the remaining 40% will opt for Louis Philippe. Okay? Then you have to convert this 60%, 60 by 100.60, 40%. Then row total should be strictly equal to 1. Okay, row total should be strictly equal to 1. Rows is called as, in Markov chains, rows is called as a retention and loss. And columns are called as retention and gain. These definitions I will send anyhow. I am preparing the notes. All chapters definitions I will send. Okay. Again, I am repeating. Yesterday also we discussed what is Markov chain. A sequence of events. Events is also known as outcomes. I told. What is outcome? Tossing of a coin, getting head is an outcome. Correct? Here again Markov chain definition. A sequence of events in which an event depends upon the immediate preceding event or immediate preceding outcome. Yesterday I discussed with median, correct? Correct, na? Median, remember? While calculating cumulative frequencies, okay, to find out the model class of the median, we concentrate on preceding event, preceding median class. Okay, this is called Markov chain. Markov chains are used widely in marketing research, marketing, finance, in marketing to find out the customer loyalty. In finance, they use in accounts receivables, in HR, manpower planning, etc. Right now, listen carefully. 5 marks question based on transition probabilities. I am going too fast. Am I fast? Am I going?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, listen here. Pij, you have to remember this, okay, in Markov chains. Pij. What is Pij? I told the probability of the system change from ith state to jth state is called transition probability. You have to remember. Again, I am repeating. The probability of the system to change from ith state to jth state is called as transition probability. Okay. In transition probability, what I told, transition matrix based on preceding event or preceding outcome. That's why the formula to write down transition state, the formula is Rk is equal to Rk minus 1 into P. I have shared the screen, no? Screen दिख रहा है?
Yes, ma'am.
Here I wrote, see the formula I wrote, everybody I have highlighted with bold letters. Current state into transition matrix, listen carefully. transition matrix is always represented by the letter P. Okay, instead of here generalized version R1 is equal to R0 into P. That means first year state I want to find out, then previous year into corresponding matrix. The formula is RK. To find out the kth state, you have to find out the preceding event, that is K minus 1 preceding. Correct na? N minus 2, K minus 2, K minus 1, K, K plus 1, K plus 2. If this is the sequence, if this is the sequence, to find out the kth state, what is the preceding event? K minus 1. That's why the formula is Rk is equal to Rk minus 1 into P. Everybody make a note, please. Everybody make a note of this formula to find out transition probabilities. To find out transition probabilities, this is the formula. Rk is equal to Rk minus 1 into P. Right now, understood. To find out the probabilities of what is transition probability state, to find out, okay, the probability from ith state to jth state, that is transition probability. Then another probability is a steady state probability. See the screen, everybody. If the transition from one state to other continues indefinitely, at certain point it remains steady. It remains stable. That's why this is called as steady state condition. This is also known as equilibrium condition. Okay, transition state will come if the problem comes in the final examination. If it is related to transition state, it is of 5 marks. If it is related to steady state, it consists of 10 marks. Okay, if they want to filter more number of students in BS, then they will give steady state probability. Simultaneous equation solving only will do in this. Again, everybody go through the second problem. Mr. X purchases a new car. Everybody go through the problem, please. We know how to write a transition matrix. We should know how to write a transition matrix. Please go through it. Please go through the problem. 1 minute time I will give to read. It's very easy. Scoring Markov chains is easy. Read the problem. Then here the matrix is not given, that is P is not given. Here we have to calculate the transition matrix. Okay. Then what I told, transition matrix is represented by the letter P. Okay. Current state Pij. What I told, from ith state to jth state. Correct. Then I, that is representing row. Similarly, column is representing J. Okay. Here, how many brands are available? This is nothing but current state. Correct, na? Here, how many brands? In this particular problem, there were 2 brands. Correct? One is brand A, another one is brand B. Another one is brand B. Then the states here, write down your list. AB, you want to take brand AB, correct? Again, this is 1, this is 2. Again, this is 1, this is 2. For to calculate probabilities, if you write within brackets 1 and 2, it will become easy. Correct now? Remember how we will write the probability matrix P11. It grows I running from 1 to 1, 2 and so on. I running from 1 to m. If you remember that in transportation problem also we did the same way. Okay, 1, 1. The corresponding probability matrix is P11, 1, 2. The corresponding probability is P12, P21, P22. Correct? Ij. This will become Pij. Same here. In transportation problem, whatever the mathematical model we have studied, similar way. Here, transition matrix is represented by the letter P. Okay. How many brands we are having? 2 brands, brand A and brand B. Okay. Brand A wants to, okay, through in a bowl, 10 slips were there. Okay, he picked up randomly, correct na? That 8 out of 10, if you listen here, see. If the present car is brand A and the number on the slip is 8 or less, 8 out of 10. That means Mr. X wants to remain in same brand, that is A. How much percent? 10 out of 8. That means this will become 0.80. 0.80. That means he wants to switch the brand. Remaining percent is how much? 20%. Then he wants to remain, after reading this, which line? If the presently owns a brand B car and the number on the slip is 6 or less, that means he is willing to change this 0.60. The remaining will be 0.40. If you add the row total, are you getting 1? Row total is called retention and loss. Columns is, we are not making total. Row total only we have to perform. Row total is called as retention and loss. Column is called as retention and gain. Again, I am repeating. How we have written this? Here we will write P11 is equal to 0.8. This means, what does it mean? Mr. X, now using brand A car, will again purchase brand A car at the next purchase in 8 out of 10. In 8 out of 10 times. That means what? He wants to retain in the same brand. He wants to retain in the same brand. Yesterday also I told, out of 100 students, if you take 2 brands, A and B, 60% of the students preferring brand A. That means 60% wants to remain in arrow shirt only. Okay, another one we have taken Van Heusen. That means ultimately 2 brands are available. 40% of the students are preferring Van Heusen. Same way here, P11, how we got 0.8. X now using brand A car will again purchase brand A car at the next purchase in 8 out of 10. This means retention to brand A car. Mr. X wants to retain in brand A. What is the possibility of change? 1 minus 0.8. That way also you can write. Then it will become 0.20. Correct? What does it mean? What is 0.20? Okay. Mr. X is using brand A car. Will switch over to brand B car. Okay. At the next purchase. How much percent? This is 8. Out of 10, 8. That means remaining is 2 out of 10. Correct? Then that's why we got this value as 0.2 or 0.20, whatever it is. That means this implies it is loss for brand A. How much loss? 2 out of 10. Students, समझ में आ रहा है ना? Students.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, समझ में आ रहा है ना? Just to go through the lines. Nothing is here in this. Okay. Similarly, the other way we will see. Next, P21 value is 0.60. What does it mean? Anyone can tell me? P21 is 60%. What does it mean? Mr. X is using brand B car. Will switch over to brand A car. Next time, that is state has changed. Earlier first state, next time the state has changed, that is 2. Correct? Next time. In 6 out of 10 times, that's why 0.6. Okay? आप लोग 0 नहीं लिखना चाहते तो मत लिखो. 80 दिया था ना. 6 out of 10 times. This implies what? Gain to brand A car. Next. What is P22? What does it mean? What does it mean? Row is called retention and loss. Column is called retention and gain. Okay. Next we will see this problem. Any query in this? Students, any query in this? Here.
No,
Next
ma'am.
problem. Just go through this sentence.
Excuse me,
Okay. Huh. Pardon me. Tell me.
I just wanted to ask only this much we have to do for this problem.
Yes.
Only the okay, ma'am.
This is the basic, but this they don't ask in the final examination. If transition matrix is not given, listen, if transition matrix is not given, 99% of the cases they will give transition matrix. Right now, 2 marks questions are there, no? In first question.
Yes.
First question consists of, they may ask for 2 marks this. They may ask.
Okay.
Only this much only we have to write. Right now, 5 marks question we will discuss. Okay, clear? Okay, everybody should remember this formula. Okay, right now, this problem, go through the problem. Later we will discuss. This also retention and loss. I told here already matrix is given, retention and loss. Verify whether you are getting row total is equal to 1. For verification purpose only, first problem is given. Simply they have given what? The transition matrix P is given. P XYZ is given. Okay, row total, are you getting 1 or not? You have to verify. If it is not getting 1, that means the given matrix is not transition matrix. You have to write in the final examination. For that purpose only I have given first problem. What I told, row total is called retention and loss. Row total you have to add, everywhere you will get 1. Simply here you have to write columns are called as retention and gain. We don't add column total. Markov process procedure says row total should be strictly equal to 1. These are the corresponding probabilities. Row total is equal to 1, that is called as retention and loss. Columns are called as retention and gain. Itna hi likhna hai. Okay. Third one, this will come for 5 marks in the final examination. Okay, most of the cases it is used in marketing research to know the loyalty. Okay, brand loyalty. Okay, market share for prediction purpose. They will use Markov chains. Here, read the problem, everybody. Read the problem. Here, read the problem. Okay, 3 brands of soft drinks are given. A, B, C are given. Okay, the corresponding market share is given as 60%, 30% and 10%. What does it mean? What does it mean? Downwards, one sentence is there. Just go through the sentence. Develop a 2-day transition matrix. Develop a 2-day transition matrix. What does it mean? I will write down the formula. Here, how much percent they have given? 60%. Correct na? 60%, 30% and 10% they have given. This is given in the problem. That means this is previous state. But we need to find out, okay, first transition. This is R0. Given value is R0. Correct? Right now, the present state I want to find out. R1 is equal to R0 into P. This is the form I told. Rk is equal to Rk minus 1 into P. Here what is R0 in the given problem? The market shares are given 0.6, 0.3, 0.1. This is given in the problem itself. That means previous condition, previous state condition is given. In the given problem, P is given. That is probability matrix, transition matrix. What is given? 0.7, 0.2. Everybody write down 0.1. Next, 0.2, 0.6, 0.2. 0.1, 0.1, 0.8. 2 transition means here we have to calculate R1 as well as R2. If it is 3 transitions, 3-day transition, then R3. If it is 4-day transition, R1, R2, R3, R4. In general, they will ask 2 or 3, but not more than that for 5 marks. 2 transitions. Previous state is represented as R0, 60%, 30% and 10%. Right now, R1 is equal to R0 into P. Listen carefully. Here, only matrix multiplication, nothing else. Matrix multiplication, first we will find out. Only single row I am having. And how many columns I am having? 3 columns, 1 by 3. The given matrix is 3 rows and 3 columns. The formula in matrix 10th standard m by n comma n by r. Finally, we are going to get which matrix? M by r. Here also 1 by 3 and 3 by 3. We should get 1 by 3 matrix. That means 1 row and 3 columns. Right now, do matrix multiplication, row and corresponding column. This particular row, corresponding column. Then you write down this way, 0.6 into 0.7. Who knows matrix multiplication? Do it, because yesterday PCCA 15 students raised their hand. Okay, they don't have maths background. That's why I'm teaching in depth. Okay, 0.6 into 0.7 plus 0.3 into 0.2 plus 0.1 into 0.1. First row, first column. Similarly, write down first row, second column. 0.6 into 0.2 plus 0.3 into 0.6 plus 0.1 into 0.1. Another one, row remains the same, column we have to write 0.6 into 0.1, 0.3 into 0.2 plus 0.1 into 0.8. Okay, directly do it. After decimal digit only one digit, 7 6 are 3 2 are 6, 42 plus 6, 48, 48 plus 1, 49. Then 0.49. Okay, use electronic calculator. 12, 12 plus 18, 30, 50 plus. Correct now? 0.49. Then here we will get 31.31. Here you add these two and subtract from 1. Otherwise, you calculate directly. Here 6 plus 6, 12, 12 plus 8, 20. 0.20. This is there. I hope everybody knows matrix multiplication. Listen carefully. We are finding out the first state. Here 2 state transitions they ask. Again, we have to perform R2 also. Okay, again. R0 is given, previous state market share is given, that is represented by R0. The formula is R1 is equal to R0 into P. 99% of the cases they will give transition matrix. Transition matrix is given in the problem. R0, previous state is given. Then simply write down those two matrices. Here what we have to do, 1 by 3 and 3 by 3. Finally, we are going to get 1 by 3 matrix. First row, first column. First row, second column. First row, third column. Like that. It is not mandatory in the final examination. Directly you can calculate by using electronic calculator and directly write down the answer. Next. Right now only 1 day transition over. What does it mean? For brand A, the market share is 49%. For brand B, the market share is 31%. For brand C, the market share is 20%. But 2 day transition they asked. That's why the formula for next one is what it will become. R2 is equal to R1 into P. R2 is equal to R1 into P. Right now, shall I rub this? लिखा है सब लोग?
Yes, ma'am.
Right now, here what I will write, R2 is equal to R1 into P. This is equal to, this is nothing but R1 value. R1 value, these are the corresponding probabilities. Write down 0.49, 0.31, 0.20. Again, do matrix multiplication, same. How we made, the same way you have to do it. Do it and tell me the answer, please. Anybody is having still confusion? Okay, verify the answer. Do it, everybody. Till the time I will take the photographs. Do it, everybody. This is easy. 5 marks question. That's why matrix multiplication. 10th standard also you did matrix multiplication. Here also we are doing the same. Here we are using got the answer, everybody? Got the answer? Electronic calculator use M plus memory plus use karo. Within 1 minute you should know the answer. Okay, don't go for tuitions. Don't go for tuitions. Okay, online classes and number of ads are coming nowadays. Advertisements has coming. They are not aware of the Pune University paper format and all. Okay, don't waste your parents' money. 3,000 rupees, 4,000 rupees. It is combo offer for finance and this. Okay, instead of 6,000 rupees, you have to pay 5,000 rupees. All these things are going on in the market. Okay, whatever the query you are having, you can discuss with me. Okay, anyhow, next maybe Saturdays I am planning to combine all divisions like PCCY and MBA students. I will take lectures, whatever the queries in that you can ask. Okay, I will tell you. Otherwise, some of the students are sending whatever the queries they are having in WhatsApp also, you can send. But don't go for tuitions. Don't waste your valuable money, your parents' money as well. That is my humble request from my side. Later on, your wish. I told 20 years of experience I am having in paper setting and paper moderation as well as syllabus setting. I know which type of questions will come in the final examination. Okay, if time permits, because anyhow I will take Saturday classes. Okay, in that we will discuss. If time is not permitting from Monday to whatever Thursday lectures, we will discuss those things in Saturday's lecture. Okay, don't go for tuitions. Okay, don't waste your valuable money. Earlier, one thing happened. Means that time the intake was 360. 4 divisions I used to teach, 2 divisions some other faculty. Those 2 division students went to Chanakya classes in Pimpri. It is very famous. Maybe you heard Murade classes, Chanakya classes, Jain classes. 3 classes are very important for decision science. Okay. Then they went there. Then they asked which college. While means they will take the data from you. Then they asked which college you are from. Then they told SB Pandit. Lakshmi ma'am is not there. They asked immediate question. They said she is not teaching to our divisions. That's why immediately he made a call. Lakshmi ma'am, your students has come for tuitions. समझ रहे हैं ना मैं क्या बोल रहा है? कुछ बात ही नहीं करना है क्या आप लोगों को? ठीक है. Everybody got this answer? How we will get this answer? 0.49
Yes, ma'am.
into 0.7 plus 0.31 into 0.2 plus 0.20 into 0.1. You will get this. Similarly, first row and second column, 0.49 into 0.2, 0.31 into 0.6, 0.20 into 0.1. Similarly, you will get the answer as 0.304. Similarly, first row, third column, 0.49 into 0.1, 0.31 into 0.2 plus 0.20 into 0.8, you will get 0.271. Then the answer you have to write in the final examination. Okay, what you have to write? The market share for brand A is 42.5%. The market share for brand B is 30.4%. The market share for brand C is 27.1%. If you add it, you will get 100%. Like that, we have to verify the answer. If you are not get, means minor difference is allowed. Somebody will get 0.98, somebody will get 0.99. Okay, if you round it off, you will get that way. Finally, whether you are reaching to 100% or not, that is important. If you add, are you getting one? Students?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, आप लोग कुछ तो
Yes,
बात
ma'am.
करो, means simply keeping mum, I don't know.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, आप लोग बात करना चाहिए ना. हाँ, clear? Next. You have to write the market share for brand A is 42.5 and this highlighted whatever the A, B, C brand, whatever the values you got in the final examination, highlight those values, okay? Then, okay, one simple matrix I will give. Are you able to solve it? Similar type here, they will ask two transitions only. Two transitions I will give. Simple one. 2 by 2 I will give. Okay? Okay. Take down this matrix. R0 is given as simply for two variables I am giving 60% and 40%. That is R0 is given as 0.6, 0.4. The corresponding transition matrix is given as P is given as 0.7, 0.3 and 0.4, 0.6. This is the given matrix. Take same brands A and B and tell me the two-day transition matrix. You have to calculate R1 as well as R2. Calculate everybody and tell me the answers. I will write down the answers, okay? Directly we have to write this. R0 into P, this is equal to 0.6, 0.4. Here simply row column. Row, column. You will get these values as 0.58, 0.42. Here if you add, you will get 1. Similarly, calculate R2, R1 into P. This is equal to 0.58, 0.42. This matrix remains as it is. Transition matrix remains as it is. It never changes. Same. Row, column. Row, column. Do it. This is 0.594 and 0.432. The market share for brand A and brand B is 59.4% and for brand B is 43.2%. First matrix over, I hope everybody. अनुविंदा फर्स्ट मैट्रिक्स का आंसर आया 0.58 एंड 0.42.
हाँ मैम.
हाँ सेकंड वाला ट्राई करो.